Gia Giudice and her partner, Christian Carmichael, have been in a relationship for more than 4 years. The couple is currently discussing the possibility of getting married soon. In the March 30th episode of her new podcast, Casual Chaos, which featured Christian as a guest, the daughter of the Real Housewives of New Jersey invited her boyfriend to discuss their lives. In a particular segment of the program, they responded to inquiries from their Instagram followers. When a devotee inquired about Teresa Giudice's eldest daughter's involvement in discussions regarding marriage, she initially responded, yes, and subsequently disclosed her preferences regarding the ceremony. She disclosed, I have secured my ideal wedding venue. Christian commented, it's a lot, as he reflected on Gia's situation with her father, Joe Giudice, who resides in the Bahamas. However, I now believe that this might need to be a honeymoon destination, as it is necessary to create a realistic wedding venue in order to entice guests. Additionally, the destination must be a destination, as my father has been deported. Gia stated, we are currently engaged in the process of determining the answer. The subject is one that we enjoy discussing. Gia and Christian spend virtually every evening together, despite the fact that they are not scheduled to marry anytime soon. On the March 30th episode of her podcast Casual Chaos with Gia Giudice, which featured Christian as a guest, Gia disclosed that she and her husband both work extensively during the day. However, they frequently convene at night. We almost always sleep together, in fact most nights. Christian's added, we alternate between the two. One of the most challenging aspects is that we are situated 35 minutes apart, which is quite irritating. Gia articulated her desire to reside with Christian on Teresa Giudice's podcast, Turning the Tables, in September 2024. Gia stated in the episode, I do think I want to move out within the next year or so, just because I want to experience that time together. Although my intention is to observe our shared living arrangements, I am genuinely interested in eventually relocating to his residence. Ultimately, Teresa granted Gia her permission after initially resisting. Gia, to her mother's delight, disclosed that she has yet to establish a timeline for the potentially forthcoming relocation. She arrived at the conclusion that when something occurs, it occurs.